The world ended, but the engines are still running. Most people died in the first weeks. Some became monsters, but a few of us, we survived. Not because we were stronger, because we knew how to fix things. And in a dead world, a running engine is more valuable than gold. 3 weeks after the outbreak, the cities were gone. Highways were filled with abandoned cars. Doors open, windows broken, suitcases on the road, like people just disappeared. I walked slowly between them, holding my wrench. Not a gun, a wrench, because guns make noise, and noise brings the dead. The wind pushed an old newspaper across the road. Silence. Then, a sound. Tick, tick, tick. An engine cooling down. That meant only one thing. Someone was here. Or something. Behind a line of crashed vehicles, I saw it. A big cargo truck. Engine still warm. Diesel smell in the air. The door was open. Inside the cabin there was blood, but no body. I climbed inside slowly. The key was still there. I turned it. The engine started immediately. A deep diesel growl broke the silence. Too loud. Way too loud. In the distance, I heard them. The infected. At first only 2, then 5, then 20, walking out of the trees. From behind cars. From the ditch. Eyes empty. Bodies broken. But still moving. I slammed the truck into gear and pressed the accelerator. The truck smashed through the abandoned cars. Metal screaming. Glass exploding. Zombies hit the front bumper and disappeared under the wheels. The highway became a battlefield of steel and bodies. Fuel was running low. The truck's gauge dropped slowly toward empty. I had no choice. I stopped at an old gas station. Everything looked destroyed. Doors broken. Inside, shelves empty. Someone had already been here. But in the back garage, I found something beautiful. A generator. And next to it, barrels of diesel. Enough fuel to drive for weeks. But generators are loud. And loud means danger. I started pumping diesel into the truck. That's when I heard footsteps behind me. I turned around quickly. A man stood there holding a shotgun. Dirty, exhausted, but alive. He looked at me, then at the truck. "You a mechanic?" he asked. I nodded. He smiled for the first time in weeks. "Good, because I know where there are more trucks." His name was Marco. He used to drive trucks across Europe. Before the world died, he told me something incredible. About a convoy of military vehicles stuck near an old industrial area. Fuel trucks, armored vehicles, supplies. But nobody ever made it there. Because the area was filled with thousands of infected. An entire city of the dead. Marco looked at the truck. Then at me. "If we fix those vehicles, we can build a convoy. A moving fortress." We spent the night in the garage. Reinforcing the truck. Metal plates. Steel bars on the windows. Extra fuel tanks. Tools everywhere. It wasn't just a truck anymore. It became a survival machine. Marco mounted a spotlight on the roof. I installed extra batteries. We worked without speaking much. Because both of us knew. Tomorrow we drive into hell. Morning came with thick fog. The industrial zone appeared slowly in the distance. Factories, warehouses, cranes, and silence. Too much silence. We drove slowly. Then we saw them. Hundreds. Walking between the buildings. Thousands more inside the streets. Marco whispered, "Don't stop." And then, we found them. Military trucks. 6 of them. 2 armored vehicles. And a fuel tanker. All abandoned. Keys still inside some of them. But the noise of our truck had already done its job. The dead were coming. From every direction. Marco jumped into the first military truck. I stayed in the cargo truck. He turned the key. Engine alive. 1 truck running. Then 2. Then 3. But the zombies were already surrounding us. Hundreds hitting the vehicles. Climbing on the hoods. Breaking windows. Marco shouted through the radio. "Drive." Engines roared together. 7 trucks smashed through the infected. Bodies flying. Metal crashing. Glass breaking. But the convoy moved. Slow, heavy, but unstoppable. The road out of the industrial zone opened ahead. Freedom, maybe. After 2 hours of driving, Marco's voice came through the radio again. "Fuel truck is half empty. And the noise. More infected are following us." I looked in the mirror. A massive horde was chasing the convoy. Miles long, like a river of death. Night was coming. The road ahead went through a narrow mountain pass. If we stopped, we die. If the convoy breaks, we die. And if the noise keeps bringing more of them, soon the entire world will be behind us. Marco asked one last question on the radio. "How far are you willing to drive to survive?" I looked at the road. At the trucks. At the endless horde behind us. And I answered, "Until the last engine stops."